What up, guys?
Manlet of squat preparation.
Hey guys, Manlet of projectile vaginal fluid checking in. You?
Hey guys, Youngster of medicine ball manipulation via ejaculation tactics checking in.
Alright, we got a leg day today. Oh yeah, quick update guys. We met up with a web developer today we're really comfortable with, confident with. So it looks like we're all going up.
Huge step.
Huge step.
We've been searching for a long ass time. So we're excited about this.
Over
guys.
6 months.
Yeah, we've been working on content for the site, but we needed somebody who could really put things together. And we met up with somebody pretty professional and very willing to help us out and work with us. So
yes, sir.
It's a huge step for Legislative Aesthetics, and I'm excited about that. We're both super excited. That's actually probably the energy that's driving us here for this workout.
We have no sleep whatsoever.
I think Matt and I got a combined about 5.5 hours of sleep. So I got like 2.5, he got 3 last night.
Yeah, that's true.
But, we're back here at the gym, about to get a leg workout in. Stoked about it. Let's get it.
Hey, no front squats today, unfortunately.
No, I'm relearning the back squat. Taking it easy.
Relearning the back squat.
It's been a long time, man. Hopefully I don't injure myself again. By the way, and I'll probably make another video on this once I start my other channel. Which, yes, I'm coming out with another channel soon. Everybody thinks I front squat because I said fuck it. I'm against the back squat. Like I'm as if I'm just like against it. But the back squat is a super effective motion, and the only reason I switched to front squats only is because I got injured during powerlifting training earlier this year. So don't think I just did that just to do front squats for good. It's just the only variation of the squat that I could get away with. So it happened to be that I was posterior dominant, so the quad work helped me out anyway. Don't stop back squatting. But anyway, we're gonna relearn the back squat today. Matt's gonna be squatting about 350 plus for reps. So let's get it.
Kabato's getting back on his back squats. Those front squats, pretty much with the same weight as this, but getting back into it now. I think he's probably recovered. We're giving him a max weight of 275 today, nothing more than that. We're taking it up nice and slow. Last weight is 265, so make sure he stays safe. Depth check on his ass, making sure he goes low enough. Come on. Probably doing sets of 8, I'm guessing. I'm doing 4 sets of 6. So we'll see what happens. Squats, son. Come on. Got the Olympic squat and the powerlifting squat. But, in reality, you can do any kind of squat between. With Olympic squats, it's high bar generally. Feet are about shoulder width apart. The back remains pretty vertical in comparison to a low bar squat. The knees obviously will track over the feet and even over the toes, and that won't necessarily destroy your knees or anything. And it's a bit more mobility dependent. You have to have a little bit better mobility to be able to fully do a high bar squat to depth or below compared to a low bar squat. And that's why you'll see a lot of people do low bar squat compared to high. But also low bar squat, generally most people can lift more weight that way. And you'll see it obviously in powerlifting. Most people will do a low bar squat compared to a high bar squat. Their bodies lean forward a little bit more, torsos lean forward. The bar is placed more on the delts and rear delt, mostly just wedged in between the rear delt and medial delt. The feet are wider, activates more of the posterior chain, a little bit more weight can be lifted most of the time. Then you got guys like Bryce Lewis who are high bar with narrow stance that just totally destroy everyone naturally. But generally, you have these two main styles of squatting. And when I started squatting, I think I started with a regular high bar, pretty much like this, although, yeah, it was probably looks just like this, to be honest. I had regular shoes on, though. And then I think in 2010, well, it was probably 2011, during contest prep that I switched to low bar. And then, of course, you guys know I did 531 from 2011 to early 2012. And I did a powerlifting meet, and I did low bar at that meet. After the meet, I decided I wanted to do, eventually I decided I wanted to do something more hypertrophy based in comparison to power based. So I actually switched to high bar squats again. And something I noticed was that my strength carryover from low bar to high bar, it wasn't as good as my high bar to low bar. So initially I went from high bar to low bar, my weights, my progression actually just kind of went through the roof. But when I went from low bar to high bar, I had to lower the weights a little bit and progress up from there. Can you still develop legs doing either style? Yes, definitely. You have guys with great legs who do high bar, guys with great legs who do low bar. Naturally, the high bar squat's going to hit those quads a little bit more in comparison to the hammies compared to the low bar squat, which is going to hit the glutes and hammies a little bit more compared to the high bar.
Easy, come on.
It really just depends on what you find is more comfortable for you and which one you could do, to depth or lower. Maybe this is a reason why my quads seem to really blow up this year for switching to high bar and totally just going crazy on it. But another question was, when did I start using a belt? And I think I was probably lifting for a year and a half or so, so I was either 16 or 17. It wasn't, I don't know what weight I was doing at the time, but I probably had a 1 rep max of around I don't know, probably around 300, or I'm sorry, probably more like, yeah, probably around 300, 1 rep max is when I started using a belt. Another question was, what is the right amount of reps and sets? And I really just think that depends on what your goals are. If you, and plus, I think many different rep ranges can be beneficial. I think even for a bodybuilder to go down to 3 and 4 rep sets can be beneficial. And also even for a powerlifter, I think even doing 5 to 8 rep sets can be beneficial. But generally, I find my sweet spot around 6. I like to go lower and I like to go higher. I mean, I like to do 10 rep sets too, but 6 is generally like my little sweet spot. How many sets and reps to do? I really think that depends on how much it takes for each individual. So how much it takes to get enough volume in to increase your strength over time, and at the same time to establish hypertrophy. Sorry, guys. So it's not something that you could just be like, look at someone and say, oh, you need 5 sets of 8. Because there's other factors, right? There's intensity. That's a factor that you could change. That's a variable. You have volume. That's a variable, and you have frequency. That's a variable. So you have all these different variables, and you have basically given recommended ranges for your body parts. I think Eric Helms said something like, what did he say? It was like 7 to 14 sets per body part per week. Some body parts less than others, some more than others. Like, you might want to hit your weaker points or your quads and hams more than, say, the bicep, you know. Like doing 14 sets of biceps but only 7 sets of quads might not be the best idea if you want to be a bodybuilder. But doing, 10, 12, 14 sets a week of hammies or quads would probably be a good idea if you're, just doing 8 sets of biceps a week, something like that. So his recommendation, I believe, was like 7 to 14 total sets per week, work sets. And keep in mind, I also go twice a week. So I have a little bit higher frequency. And another question was how to know when to push on and when to take it easy or take a break or to not go for that PR, etc. A couple different ways to go about this. If you know that you've been training for, say, over a month, over 2 months straight without any breaks, and you start feeling like shit for one or more workouts, you may just want to take a week or so and deload for that week. And another way to do that is you could deliberately just decide that every 7 weeks you're going to have a deload week. So you can either decide to implement deloads no matter what, or you could just do it on a intuitive basis and think for yourself, okay, do I feel like shit this week? Okay, I'm going to deload this week or for the rest of the week, etc.
Hey, Lovato, how crazy was that workout?
Fuck, dude. Best in a long ass time. And that says a lot because we've been killing it.
What you got there?
My hamstrings and glutes, holy shit. Anyway, burrito bowl. For those not so carb friendly. See what I'm looking for? Carb. Fucking whatever word I'm looking for. I can't eat much. Metabolism sucks ass.
You're a sloth with cancer.
I would rather be a sloth with cancer than myself when it comes to eating. I diet on like 347 calories daily. And that's like the peak of my bulk when I'm like binging. That's my binge macros. But you know what? If I can do it, I feel like anybody can do it. A lot of people,
Here's mine.
mind over matter. Dieting stuff sometimes, it's not the easiest
I've been
thing.
eating a Chipotle burrito like 3 to 5, maybe 6 times a week for the last like
And you've been
7
losing
weeks. And I went from 195 to 185.
No surprise there. Macros, guys. You can live life, you can enjoy it. Mind over matter. Yeah, dieting's gonna be a restriction. You're gonna feel kind of shitty sometimes. So far, we're enjoying it, living life, doing what we gotta do. Losing weight on a regular basis, little by little. Holding on to muscle, holding on to performance. Grade A approach, if you ask me. We'll see what it looks like in the end. Stay tuned. I love you guys.
Hey, quit being a little bitch!
Ogus cake!